Welcome to My Providence, the program that will help you to know more about our ancestral customs, traditions, and events. This is a space of the Providence people and from the Providence people that is financed by the National Commission of TV for the delight of the TV viewers over the whole world. So from now, we thank you for let us enter into the intimacy of your home, space and time, and much more into your heart. Prepare yourself to enjoy a wonderful time with us, because today we are going to interact with the beautiful people of Freetown. We are standing here where Comicion ends and Freetown begins. According to the history, this small section was called Freetown because it's right here where the black slaves of the island shout freedom for the first time. People of My Providence, we continue here in Freetown and we have a special guest. We're talking about Mr. Galburn Williams Kelly, who is a son of this section and a musician, and he's going to tell us a lot about Freetown. Good evening, Mr. Galburn, and welcome to My Providence.
Well, good evening. Well, I can tell you about the old-time system of music with Mr. Lario, Bola, Tom Taylor, Trustiland, Dario Manuel, and Willie B. Archibald. I've been playing guitar from them time with them set of people that play music until this moment. I remember an old man up in Freetown here that by the name of Carmel Garcia used to play drum, them cow skin drum. Take a little barrel and made the drum out of cow skin and play before what we used to know about. Yeah, that's how I come to know well how music starts and things like that.
Tell us a little about what you used to do when you were a boy in this section.
They send me to school in the morning. And when they send me to school, I go along here by Mr. Ovidio, Mr. Calvin's son. And he said to me, "Where you going?" I said, "I go in school." I said, "What you want?" I said, "Well, I go in school, but what you do want?" I said, I want to go with myself, go look some bread kind. I said, "Well, I will go." He said, "Well, bring the book," and I will put up the book, and you go with me. So now he put me on one side of the hamper, and rock in the next side to balance the hamper, and then he drive like on the horse past here if my old lady don't see me.
Mr. Galburn, we understand that Freetown is divided in different sections. Tell us where Freetown begin, and I understand that you got Jennings, you got Hawkins. Tell me how that go.
Okay. From Mr. Rodrigo to long by the container is Freetown. And from below the container go down is Hawkins. Well, them all time people say it's Jennings, no? But they call it Jennings. And then from there go down, well, from Langa Ladi go down, they call it Swamp. Lang by Ladi, the name Swamp, and from there go down is Old Town. I remember Sigby Robinson, Frederick Williams, McCarthy Harkin, who else? Calvin Howard, Fenton, a whole lot of people I used to remind, a old man like that. Konsu and a whole lot of people. Well, we used to go around and, well, I usually like old people, no? I like to go around with old people and talk with them like that and things like that, and they always give me something to chop and to eat and things like that, and soda cake and syrup water and them kind of thing. I was a little boy like that. Yes, I used to stay that way. Sometimes we used to play ring play with them and things like that, ring play and and play hide and seek and things like that. Well, right now, only thing in Freetown right now, I would like to conquer the boys them that interfering with people, thing what is not for them and things like that, and try to get them the other way to go to church or something like that, to get them in the right way. No?
Well, my TV viewers, we are still here in Freetown, and we are here with our musical legend, that is Mr. Wilberson Archibald, one of the most outstanding sons of this section. Good morning, Mr. Willie B, and welcome to my Providence. Tell us why they call you Willie B.
Well, my view why they call me Willie B because was 3 Willie Archibald in the section. And to know the distinguish of the 3, my grandmother was the name by Beatrice. And that's why they call me B Willie or Willie B. So the 4 sons right now, some say Willie B and some say B Willie. And what I say, Willie B is the most common outward standing name for me right now, because if you go and tell them my name, Wilberson Ferdinando Archibald, nobody going to know. Well, when I find myself started to go, because I never born and grow in Freetown. I born and grow in Old Town, and I live on a small hill they call Bunkers Hill, there where I grow all my time with my grandmother, who they call Miss B. Her name was Beatrice. That's why my name becomes right now Willie B.
All right, Mr. Willie B, tell me who teach you to play the mandolin? Who was your inspiration for beginning of music?
Well, my first music was at home. And I found it out myself. Just put a paper on the comb and blow it. You have to know how to set it. And the music was in my head because I born with that. And then when I got to get to an age of 15, 16, I found a man by the name of Bayo in South Bay blowing a matchbox. In those days they had, the matchbox was like a parrot matchbox, not like these shitting match. These box where they have now, you can't even, the rain set and you don't have no matches. But those days when I was a child, we had a match named Parrot Match. And that we scrape one edge and loose it and know how to set it. And that was our music. And then I learned that. Afterward, well, a guy come here. No, a band guy was here by the name of Ovidio Howard. He was a minister. He get a mandolin, and finally 2 of us couldn't play, none couldn't play, but we find a next guy who could play it a little bit, named Cecilio High from Catalina. So I go by Catalina and show me 2 of the positions, so I come back and me and him get in a place, and then we start bling, 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 bling till afterward we could start, and then I start from there. Well, I can tell you about Freetown. Well, I used to pass through. Well, in those days, we never had no shop in Freetown. No shop at all. We had one right at the end of the mangroves here, we call, against the swamp, we call it Sally. That was a lady from San Andres. But Calvin Howard from Freetown used to, him and Sally was in business with that shop. And him was the guy who used to go out and bring the things. It was a small shop, but he had the shop very, very long. And that was the only shop near to Freetown, because right where the shop was is not Freetown. We call it Harkin. So that was the nearest shop. And going through Freetown with the inhabitants of Freetown people and Sport Line, we had a lady by the name of Evelyn Kelly. He had a old man by the name of Manoa Harkin, who was living with her mother named Ketura. And that was where the house of Manoa, old house up there, that was where they had, we call it like a sport house. Every Saturday night most was what we call fair and dance.
How fair and dance? How that used to be?
Fair and dance, you make up a pile of, say 2-3 women, make up a pile of cake and bake meat and fry sprat and conch ball and these things, and put out there and have the musician hire.